Okay, let's talk for a minute about what you bring with you when you go get a listing. Okay, even if you have a for sale by owner listing appointment or an appointment just to get a listing from a referral, I'm a big believer in going with all your guns. Take everything you got that's going to enable you to get that listing with you. That's why I put back here, bring all your weapons, bring everything. You don't want to pull everything out. You might not need it. But don't assume that that listing is going to be easy to get. A lot of times when you go to write that listing, they might have a friend with them. They may even have a lawyer with them. You never know until you get to that appointment who's going to be there. And it might not be as easy as you think. Sometimes it is. Well, that's cool. Leave everything alone, sign the listing, you're done. But sometimes they bring up all kinds of things that you didn't expect. It happens. So bring some extra artillery, I say, in your briefcase that you can pull out. And one thing that has always worked for me, and I promise you it'll work for you, it looks like things are stalling, they're gonna make you wait, they're gonna check some things before they sign a listing with you, I always say have a nice sheet with you that you can give to them of 5, 10 referrals. And I mean, these referrals need to be people that you've sold in the last year, folks that are gonna be expecting a phone call, and folks that you know what they're gonna say. It's important. You don't necessarily need to know exactly everything you're going to say, but they need to be customers that you've called and said, is it okay if I put your name on a list? You may get a call or two. And I'm going to tell you, I don't use that list unless things are going sour. If things are going sour with that listing, I'll pull it out. That is one of the best weapons, best ammunition you could use. And I have found that when I use that referral list, they get the calls. And a lot of times they'll call everyone on the list. So make sure that those customers are aware that they may get calls and kind of feel them out, see how they'll respond to getting a call. And after you go on an appointment, you might call people the next day and say, hey, you may get a call, you may not, they called me. You may hear that from them and ask them how it went. And you might find out too that some of the folks that you've got on the list, you might need to remove from the list after a while because they get calls and they get tired of taking calls. It happened with me a few times where folks finally said, hey, I've been on that list for a year. Let's take me off that list. And you just get tired of taking phone calls. But I'm going to tell you, if your seller makes those phone calls, you will get that listing. And that seller that is making those phone calls, it is really critical to them to get those good referrals. It works. It has worked for me many times, and you can check with other folks. It works for other people too. So have that list ready to go. If that listing starts going sour, starts going left, pull it out and say, folks, I understand that you're having some trepidations here. Here's a list of folks that I have worked with in the past year, and starting from the first to last one, most recent to the most furthest away, but not all of them are within a year. Give them a call and see if they weren't happy with the results that they got from me. And maybe you'll feel a little bit better after you make that phone call. And don't push them. And believe me, when they make those phone calls, you will get that listing. It's a big help. Bring everything you got with you just in case you need it.